Mariela from the Functional Company. All right, today I want to share with you a really interesting success story from somebody who went from 100% vegan to 100% carnivore. I just think this is fascinating. The reason I want to share this story is because I really think that we need to focus on what is really our ideal diet. And it's going to vary a little bit from person to person. But the main thing that I really like about this person is that she was willing to look and observe to see whether or not whatever she was doing was actually in real life. Was it working or was it not working? Was her body in an optimal state, or did she need to change something? So for her, she concluded, look, I still have certain symptoms and I need to change something. And she decided, let me try this whole carnivore thing. I love it because she wasn't particularly just kind of like attached to, I must eat this way. Instead, she's like, I'm willing to be vegan. Let's see how it works out for me. After a certain period of doing that, she's like, I still have all these symptoms. I should probably try something else. She tried the carnivore diet. She had incredible results. So she has a YouTube channel called East Coast Creep, which I think is this particular success story. I can't mention all of her successes within it, but you can go check out her video, and actually I'll put it in the description here so you can access it. But the things that she mentioned was that her hormones seemed to have leveled out really well, whereas before she kind of thought it was normal that at the beginning of the month, like the first week of her menstrual cycle, she had more depression and then anxiety and then depression again. And she just kind of thought that that was sort of like the way that it was, but then a lot of that just evened out once she went to 100% carnivore. On top of that, she had a lot of digestive problems that also cleared up, and she had much better mental focus, like she wasn't so dispersed. She lost weight immediately. Like there were so many, her skin cleared up. There were so many incredible successes that she could immediately see, like, okay, obviously my body needs meat. For whatever reason, my body needs meat. And so if you remember the last video, I was talking about the carnivore diet. One of the reasons it works, and this might be shocking to some people, the fact that I might even be saying like, you might want to try the carnivore diet. Why? Because I see a huge push into the plant-based diet. And for some people, eating a lot more vegetables might work. But for some people it doesn't, and the reason for that is because plants have this mechanism to survive where they release chemicals to protect themselves, to keep themselves alive. And some humans, some bodies are actually reactive to these chemicals that the plants release, and it creates, triggers the immune system to have a response, to have skin conditions, allergies, bloating, all these different kinds of things. So when you eliminate plants from the diet and you lean on 100% animal protein, fatty animal protein, not lean, but fatty animal protein, all of those things clear up, but the hormones also level out because we're not relying on so many carbohydrates. We're not stimulating insulin so much. There's a lot more sense of satiety, you know, where you feel actually satisfied with the food that you're eating. You can go longer periods of time without eating because your body has the nutrients that it needs. So anyway, I just wanted to share the success story because if you are, looking to see what might work for you, the carnivore diet is just one of those tools that could possibly work, especially if you're dealing with a lot of bloating, tiredness, a lot of allergies, all this stuff. Maybe eliminating the plants for a certain period of time could work. For some people, they might not be 100% carnivore. They might have animal protein, fatty animal protein, and then have some greens. You kind of have to, experiment with yourself. But this is what I really like about East Coast Creep, is that she was willing to experiment. She wasn't just attached to the theory of a diet, but instead applied it and then observed to see whether or not it worked. And when something didn't work, she was willing to try something else. So she had a great success story. Like I said, I'll link this in the description just so you can check it out. Thanks so much for tuning in. That's all I have for today, and I will see you on the flip side.